How's it going, everyone? It's Calum here, and today we're going to be talking about something weird, and that game is Bibi Blocksberg Big Broom Race 3. Apparently, this is the third one. I don't know where you could find the first two games, but there are apparently two other games. I had no idea exactly what Bibi Blocksberg was, but apparently it is a German series. It actually started off, I guess, as an audio drama, and later on became an actual cartoon in the 90s. And you can actually watch the English dub version of it on YouTube. I didn't watch any of it, but you can find the channel. I did look for the channel, and it is on there, and you can watch English dub episodes. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I had never heard of Bibi Blocksberg before. But I saw this game, and I was interested in it because, well, it's a racing game, and I love racing games. And this is very much in the kart racing game style, even though obviously you're not, in a kart, you're on a broom. But it does make it a little bit unique, and it makes it, it makes a very unique, fun racing game. It's not perfect by any means. Graphically, it's definitely not the best looking thing I've ever seen. It kind of looks like if a PS2 game gets an HD remaster. That's kind of what it looks like to me. It's not, the latest graphics. It's not the prettiest thing, but at least it's smooth, and you can tell what everything is. The game itself, you get to pick Bibi Blocksberg, or you can pick 7 other characters other than her, and you basically just race on these different courses. There's 12 different courses in total, and you can also do these courses in mirror mode. You can unlock 3 characters. 3 characters are locked from the get-go, so technically you start off with 5 characters, and you can unlock 3 more. And you can also start off with 5 brooms, and you can unlock 3 more brooms. Each character has their own broom that if you use, you will get a trophy for, or an achievement if you're playing on Steam. And really all the achievements and all the trophies and everything, all that stuff, they're pretty easy so far. I haven't seen any really difficult ones. So, if you want a game that has some pretty easy achievements and trophies, hey, this is probably the one for you. But the actual racing, you get to pick one of these 8 characters, you get to pick one of the 8 brooms, and you get to go around these tracks, race just like you would in a kart racer, picking up special abilities and using them to take down your opponents to try to get the lead. And it plays very well. It's very smooth. I only ran into one glitch the entire time, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. And I like the tracks quite a bit. There's 3 different settings in the entire thing. There's a Transylvania setting. There's more like a kind of like Aladdin setting, and there is a dinosaur prehistoric setting, which is really cool actually. And you can do each one of these settings has their own Grand Prix, so you can do, each Grand Prix, and you will unlock the character for each Grand Prix you finish. And also the broom for that character by finishing each Grand Prix. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, actually. It's well designed. While it may not be the prettiest thing ever, it is fun. And I think it's unique. And I do like the fact that when you finish the first lap on some of these races, they will actually change the course, and you have to go a different direction to go on the next 2 laps. So I thought that was kind of cool. They try to keep it interesting and try to keep the races basically changing on you, and I thought that was kind of a neat idea. Not all of them work out well. There's one that has like this annoying cutscene that it actually gets. It basically interrupts the entire flow of the race because you have to watch a cutscene of your character just going and getting sucked up in a tornado, and it's just like, okay, this is taking too long. I want to get back to the actual racing, and now I'm just stuck watching my character get taken up in a tornado. I could have done without that, but that's really my only complaint in terms of the actual map design, stuff like that. In terms of the controls, it controls pretty well. The drifting is a little bit odd, I will say, because you don't actually have to hold down anything for the drift. If you are just holding, like if you're just racing and you're steering long enough around a corner, it will automatically drift for you, which is kind of interesting. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just is a little bit odd and is a little bit awkward to get used to. But once you get used to it, I think it ends up being just fine. Now, I want to talk about that glitch that I ran into. The one glitch that I ran into on this game was actually on one of the Transylvania maps. I finished the first lap, and it didn't actually say that I finished it. It messed up, and every other character, it gave the lap to, but not me. So I was basically stuck in last place that entire race, so I immediately lost that race, which kind of sucked, but at the same time, it was part of Grand Prix, so it didn't really affect my standings whatsoever, because I still won the entire Grand Prix. But that was just something that was just like, oh, that's weird, that I wonder how often that happens. But I raced on that map again, and I never had that problem ever again after doing that, so I don't know if that was just a rare thing to happen, but I just figured I'd throw it in here because it's just kind of an odd glitch. I've never had a racing game just not register one of my laps before. that was a new one. But still, this game is pretty cheap. It's usually like $20, and I picked it up on sale for like $4.99. I think for $5, hey, this is a pretty fun game. You get 8 different characters to choose from. You get 3 different Grand Prix. You get 12 maps in total. You also get this thing called Team Racing, which is really cool. It's basically like, think of Sonic Team Racing. The whole game mode where you are, you get a few other racers with you, and all of your scores go together at the end of the race to see who wins. Just like in Sonic Team Racing, you can actually get behind another player and use their slipstream to basically get a boost and slingshot around them, which is actually pretty cool. And I gotta say, for $4.99, I definitely think that this game is worth it. For its actual retail price of $20, that's up to you. I think that is a little bit expensive for what it is. But the only reason I think that is because there are other games that are around the same price that go on sale pretty often that are better than this. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is a better game than this, and it's usually the same price. So if you already have Crash Racing and you want another racing game, then definitely pick this up. But if you don't have any other kart racing games whatsoever, maybe pick something else or wait for this to go on sale before you pick this up. That would be my advice. But overall, I do like the game. I think it's fun. I think it's very interesting that this has a video game, and there's actually tons of Bibi Blocksberg games on the PlayStation Store, so it must be pretty popular overseas. It's not popular over here in America. I've never heard of it. I've never heard anyone talk about it, so just very odd. And it even has like its own manga series. I should say quote-unquote manga, because it actually isn't written by a Japanese person. It's written by a German woman, but still, it's written in the manga style. I would just say it's a manga-inspired comic book, but that's a different video for a different day. But still, just an odd thing. You would never think that this Bibi Blocksberg thing would be such a big thing, but it is, apparently. Apparently it's really big. But yeah, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Serena the Teenage Witch. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch? That's what it is. Not Serena. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. But yeah, check this game out. If you are a big racing game fan like me, it's definitely worth checking out if you just go through and play all the different racing games. It's unique, it's different, and it has some cool tracks. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. You have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.